welcome back. Thank you for joining me. We've got this huge storm coming. We're going to drop 3 temperature levels, so we just need to get our ship in order. I think we need to secure coal and food as the main ones, look at research, look after our guys out there. I'm just going to slow down time. Got 1300 coal, 300 wood, 237 steel. I'd be quite happy with a bit more steel, you know. We're resting at the moment in the middle of the night, so I wouldn't mind putting down some more building projects. We've got our steam hub here, and if we just put that on a 24-hour warm and go on play, it's going to warm up and show us the heating area. So I want to really maximise this coal gathering area, this coal gathering space. Okay, it's not covering much. Interesting. It's covering this area. We've got this gathering post, which is also, see how it highlights this coal pile. We found out earlier in the game that people from the gathering post can gather from these coal piles, and area on this gathering post means it can just gather from this one. So ideally we'd have some more gathering posts. So if we have a look, we can actually heat the gathering posts. So, well, when the steam core's on, gathering post is showing as chilly, but the coal pile is showing as cold, so it's certainly a higher level of temperature. This one over here is showing as very cold, so it's just outside of where the steam hub is heating. I'm not sure where else we could put the gathering post. Don't know if we could put another one within that heat. Let's go on to the research and see what we're doing. So we've got cookhouse insulation, that'll be important. Steam hub range upgrade, that would be very good, I think, to have. Then we could fit a few more things. It increases the range of the steam hub by 50%. That way we could probably fit in a couple more gathering posts either side. I think that would be a good thing for our coal. We've got this coal thumper as well. We could turn that into a steam coal thumper and upgrade it, just like we've done with the other two. We'll do that because we're in build time. We can get building that now. That'll only help us. Interesting. Okay, so we need to start the next working day. And in fact, I think I almost want to just start building stuff, so we could lay down the gathering posts and see how they get on. Maybe another one up there. See if we can increase the area. Hopefully they'll be within side. Let's build those. Or can we do something more efficient by just expanding the area and maybe incorporating 2 steam hubs? Could be an option. Relocate the hothouse. Could have hothouses over here. Maybe have the cookhouse move over, another hothouse in there. I don't think they'll squeeze in. Just need to have a real think about this. We've got 3 hothouses that will be producing food. In fact, this one needs another worker, so we'll top them up. Got one over there, one here, one over there. Hothouses. They'll produce 30 food a day. Then we've got our hunters here that will produce 20 food a day. Just see what else is on the research. So we've got the flying hunters. They go to hunt every night like our existing people, but they provide up to 30 raw food a day. Oh, that would be nice. Okay, so we can get an extra 20 food a day by just upgrading these. We're going to have to do some research, folks. Okay, let's start. Got a few building projects then on. We've got an infirmary over here. We've got a steam hub here. I feel as though we could have another infirmary. That might help with all the sick people, especially once the temperature goes down. We're going to really struggle for. Should put it there next to there, and see if we can find a way of heating it. Put the road over. Okay. Okay, let's get some building projects done. We're just approaching the working day, so we're at 5 in the morning. That's when it automatically slows down, so we'll speed it up again and get in there. Want to get some of this research done, so over here we've got our research zone where we've got our 4 workshops, and I'm just checking they're all full. They are full. And here are our medical posts down here. These are all full as well. Any patients? Yeah, they've got a few patients. We've got 25 people being treated in total, so that's 3 medical posts and 1 infirmary. Now the infirmaries, they treat people twice as quick as a medical post. I just found that out. It's one of those helpful tips that they tell you on the load screen. So we're getting through our injured people now, and we're getting to a point where they're being cured, and we'll soon get on top of that, I'm sure. Look, this triple temperature drop coming in. We've only got 87 food, 90 food rations. Here we go. We've researched cookhouse insulation. Now, what should we go for next? We've got the option of flying hunters. In that tab, we've got the option here of gathering post insulation. Now, that will be important for sure. I don't think anything is urgent on the exploration and industry tab. We've got the outpost, depot and the factory option, but we could focus on other things first. Steam hub range upgrade. Food, health and shelter. Let's do the flying hunters, because food's not hugely in excess. We could do with a bit more food. We've had some people arrive at their destination. Let's see where they are. Oh look, let's explore, because they've got the chance of finding wood. So that they're at the frozen grove. Let's see what they've got to say. Buried shame. Poking around the trees marked with crosses, we found shallow graves under each of them. The dead bodies lack most of the bigger muscles, and some bones bear signs of a cutting tool. Oh dear. The corpses have obviously been stripped of their edible parts. Now we know what kept the survivors by freshwater springs from starving. We'll leave graves intact, but we can cut trees for wood. Okay, let's take the resource. 292 wood. I've got a feeling that wood's going to come in handy, but we'll send them here to the next destination. Leave that large convoy for now, because it does sound like there'll be survivors there, and we're not quite ready to take new survivors on. Just want to get our prep for this big temperature dip coming. Okay, so we're in the working day. We're researching. Need to get through the research, really drive forward our capabilities. Got our infirmary open over here. Got 2 people available for the infirmary. It's just engineers. I'm just going to pause the game because I just want to shift some workers around. I think we were able to take a couple down. Let's go down to employing 7 each on the coal thumpers, just to free up room, because the coal thumpers are creating the coal piles. And if we have a look, there's 200 and odd coal there. It's 500 and odd coal there, 500 and odd coal there. So if anything, it's this coal thumper that needs a few more people on it to produce the coal. We've got a lot of people gathering. Got people gathering here, but the conditions are very cold, so I'm tempted to take them off it. But we'll max it out for now. As soon as the temperature dip comes in, for sure, we're going to have to do quite a serious switch around in where people are working. We're going to have to put people onto the gathering posts instead of the coal piles, because we can heat our gathering posts. Just wondering if we need to take down this steam hub and put it more in the middle. Not sure if that will help us. Is this within the range? So this one's chilly, but it's got no one in it. Let's put someone in it and put the heater on and just see if it's within the same temperature range as the one next to it. It is. That's interesting. So let's put 1 person each in these gathering posts and see if they're within the temperature range of the... No, they're outside of the steam hub, but these 2 on the right are inside. Okay, interesting. Keep an eye on that then. We need more steel for sure, so let's put some more people on the steelworks. Got 5 people there. Could do with some more people on the hothouse as well. I feel like we just need more people. Let's see what these guys are doing. So they're on their way to the Dreadnought landing, and these guys are on their way to the snow cliff. Okay. We're making our preparations. We've got a lot of people on these coal mines. We've got a lot of engineers there as well. Well, what we can do is take some people off the infirmary, because we've got sorry, the medical post, because we've got an infirmary now that's more efficient. Here we go, we can take workers off here. Let's just take everyone off there and put them on the infirmary, because they can heal people twice as fast. Makes sense that we have people on there. Take the engineers off there and put them on here on the infirmary. Okay, so we've just taken 3 people off the workshop onto the infirmary. Not sure if we'll research flying hunters within this working day, but we'll be close. Nothing to cook in the cookhouse, so we could take the children off there and put them elsewhere, but we've got 111 food, so we're doing okay. I feel as though we need a bit more food though. Our automaton is on wood, for which we've used a lot of wood. We need more people. We need more people to bring in coal. We need more people to bring in wood and steel. We need more people everywhere. We've got so many people on everything. Okay, well I think we're doing quite well with our resources anyway. Let's go in the game. 1300 coal. The coal consumption worries me because it's going to go up massively if we go down 3 levels. Not really sure how much, but oh, someone's become gravely ill with frostbite. 19 people being treated, 1 person waiting to be treated. Our capacity is much higher than that, but we're going to be tested by this big temperature drop, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so we've got a couple of people in this gathering post. Flying Hunters is researched. Okay, brilliant. Let's have a look at the next research. So, ooh, hunting tactics. What's this? Hunters will employ fewer people. Oh, that would be handy. Okay, fewer people being employed. Gathering post insulation. That means in this brutal temperature drop, we may stand a chance of still being able to work. So we'll do that one. That seems quite important. 19 people ill. Once we've got fewer people ill, we could take people off the medical posts and put them into working elsewhere. We've got full people on the infirmary. We've got a couple of spare people we'll put on. We've got more people becoming available. I think that's as they get cured. I don't think they were working maybe while they're in the medical post. So we're putting them on steel because we're going to have a lot of building to do, I'm sure. Got lots of people on coal. These coal mines are quite vulnerable because they've got no steam core to help heat them. Just wondering if it's worth putting a steam hub in there. Might be worthwhile. Then we could always put other things nearby. Could even do some coal thumpers and some gathering posts. We could do that. That's an idea. Let's just see if that would work. Steam hub going in there. Would that cover them? How close does the steam hub need to be? Try a steam hub there for now. We could put in a coal thumper and some gathering posts. Could put a gathering. Can we fit a coal thumper below the gathering post? That's the question. Let's try it. Well, let's place down the gathering post and then see if a coal thumper will go underneath. It'd be ideal if it would, but it's not a big space. Steam coal thumper? No, not big enough. Not a big enough space to really go in with these mines. No, I don't feel as though we could make maximum use of the steam core there. Let's still build the steam hub there because it will give us options in gathering coal for the coal mine if it gets really cold. And we can give us the option of being able to gather there, hopefully. I'm not sure how warm they'll stay. remembered as well, we've got our prison up here, haven't we? And there's this option of gathering up the Londoners. Let's just do that. Look up some Londoners. We've gone from 54 to 44 Londoners. If you have a look here, the prisoners... oh, there's a release time of less than an hour for this one, so we've got a new batch coming in, I guess. Okay, we'll see what goes on there. That might have just depleted our workforce, actually. Don't know if that was such a wise move. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. Okay, so we've got a bit of an industrial core coming up here. 1,500 coal. Got a bit of a mix over here. We've got a prison and we've got 2 infirmaries and we've got our steel yards and the hunters, for which we've just we've researched them, haven't we? We can upgrade the hunter's hut into a hunter's hangar. Oh wow, look at what they got. Oh, base level heating 3 as opposed to 2 for the hunter's hut. Oh, that would be much better. Oh, that will, and that will protect 15 people each. 40 wood, 40 steel. It's a huge amount of steel we're getting through. We need to really boost the amount of people at the steel mine, but we're upgrading there. There we go, the arrow's pointing upwards. We're upgrading the hunter's huts into hunter's hangars. We're going to get 30 food, raw food instead of 20 per day per building. And look, we've only got 12 people being treated, so we can take people away from the medical huts, the medical posts. We'll just remove everyone. They should go into the infirmaries then instead. And we're just going to put more people on steel. See if we can put the maximum number. Yep, we can. And once these are built, which they'll imminently be built, these hunters' hangars, we'll be able to make sure that we've got the maximum number on those. Because I think I saw that one of them doesn't have the maximum number. Yeah, here we go. Oh, it's only workers that can go there. So let's see if we can swap out some workers for some engineers, believe it or not. It's not often you'd do this. Oh no, won't let us add any more on. No employees available. That's strange. Thought we did have some available. Let's see if that's done the trick. Yep, there we go. We've got full people. So we'll come back with 30 food, 30 food. Takes them 12 hours to hunt. Got our hot houses as well, coming up with 30 food each. You know what we can do. Put some hot houses around this steam hub. Yeah, that might be an idea, and then we could potentially free up this one to do more coal orientated stuff around here. Maybe another coal thumper. That could be a good idea. Let's build a hothouse. Yeah, it's only 20 wood and 1 steam core. And we've got the steam core, and it fills up the area just fine over here. Okay, let's do it and just see what that does. Then we can move this hothouse. So we're not gaining anything, but we will with coal. Oh, they're waiting out in the world map. Let's see what they've got. Food rations, wood and steam cores. Excellent, let's explore that. The refugee from Winterhome. The man we've seen from afar was nowhere to be found. Searching his burrow, we found a diary of a scientist who fled Winterhome after the starving city fell into chaos. Its leader, an army captain, appointed himself an absolute ruler. He tried to impose order using force. Plenty of people disgruntled deserted the city, and most of the others rebelled against him. Well, that sounds familiar. Like our Londoners. We've discovered a new site called the Shrouded Cave. We'll take resources, so we've got a few extra things there. So we've got 98 food rations, 359 wood now, and 1 steam core. Should we keep going to the Shrouded Cave? Or should we send them home? Let's just keep going, because it's not really that far. So we'll send them over there. 7 hours, and our guys are nearly over here. They've only got 3 hours to go, so we're doing quite well on the world map. I'd love to have some like an outpost built here for the raw food, or even here for a steam core. I do know that we've there was a coal mine here that we did dismantle and take the bits for, but the automaton's been incredibly useful. And there's an outpost there would bring us wood. Okay, so let's check it out. Just about to start the new working day, and this massive temperature drop is going to be coming in. We're building our hothouse. We're certainly going to have more people becoming injured, I'm sure. Put someone else in that hothouse, really maximise production. We didn't quite have the full number there. Got anyone else we can put in here? Yep, one more person in the workshop for research. No one in our medical posts, but we've got we're one down on our infirmary. Wonder if this is when they get ill. We'll take one off the workshop and put them on the infirmary. So we've got 20 people in the infirmaries, healing our people twice as quick as the medical posts. So you could say it's the equivalent of 40 people. Oh god, okay, let's just stop right there. We've gone through a massive temperature drop. We've gone from -40 to now -70. It will become 62. So what we need to do is transfer everyone from working these coal piles because they'll freeze. Look, it's freezing, and we've got on our temperature overlay. Freezing is a very high risk of getting ill, small risk of requiring an amputation. It's the very worst temperature zone they can be in, so I wonder if -70 is the lowest it will go. Let's take them all off these coal piles, make sure no one is left on them, because they're just not going to be livable. Now, what are we saying about this? It's freezing, but if we put it's on. Oh, it's been on 24 hour. What's this one then? It's freezing as well. Got our heater on. I think we're going to have to increase our steam core for sure, because if we look at the temperature overlay, the houses are very cold, and that's just not sustainable. So we're definitely going to have to go up onto steam level 2, and we're potentially going to have to go into overdrive as well. This means we're going to be using an enormous amount of coal. So we're going from using 10 coal an hour on steam level 1 to using 21 coal per hour on steam level 2, and with overdrive on as well, we'll just play. Doesn't really tell us yet, but so we'll switch overdrive off, and we'll just get the steam up to the next level, because it doesn't really kick in until on all the other buildings until it fully, that orange line reaches. There we go. Everything's just gone up a level because we've put our steam core, our generator, onto the next level. We can go into overdrive and see what that does. So everywhere is cold at the moment, and going on overdrive will put us into chilly. Okay, so that's taken us up another level. And this coal thumper's chilly there. Just looking at all of our heaters. Okay, guard station. What was it that I just turned on there? It was a guard station. It looked like two different buildings. The guard station is comfortable, so that must be very well insulated. What's this? Infirmary. Let's put that up a temperature. Okay, it's not going to be. It's not close enough to the steam core, to the steam hub. Okay, let's take everyone off that infirmary and off this infirmary, and we're going to put them on these infirmaries that we've got medical posts. Are they inoperative? They're cold. Can we still treat people? Let's see. I think we can. Yep. Because as soon as people inhabit them, they become warm. Okay, there we go. We can see them lighting up as we put people in. Okay, that's good. So now we've just got this area. It needs heating. Remember, our hunter's hangar has a higher base level. And that's gonna... Okay, well the working day is starting soon, so our steam hubs are going to switch on very shortly. We've got a new steam hub over there. There we go, our hothouse. So we'll just play the game up until... There we go. The workday started and we're at -70, so it's fully kicked in. And that's good. You can see our coal mines are livable. It's nice and warm. Seems quite warm anyway. Oh wow, and look at our steel coal thumpers are uncomfortable. Okay, that sounds quite good. The hothouse over there is cold. Not sure why the one over here is livable, yet the one over here is cold. Maybe it's because no one's in it. Yeah. As soon as you get someone in it, it gets warm. Okay, good. So we've taken people off the coal piles, which means we've got more workers. However, we've not got many gathering posts that are workable. We've got 2 here that people can use, so we'll put them on there. Now I don't think we necessarily need... I think I'm going to try it with 7 and see if it balances out 7 each on these coal thumpers, and that's just producing the coal piles, which then need to be gathered by the gathering posts. 2 infirmaries there are not usable. And we've got our steelworks as very cold, so I do want to take our people off it. All of our people. Because very cold, if we have a look on our temperature overlay, is a high risk of getting ill, and we don't want that to happen. We're going to have to leave our hunter's hangar. Has our steam core kicked in? Part of me just wants to add 1 person to each of these steelworks to see if the steam core really had fully switched on. No, it hadn't. It's extending. Look, you can see it. Ah. Okay, fantastic. So let's employ 4 people back at the steelworks. That's great. We can keep that going in minus 70. And there we go. Hunter's hangar's a warmer. Infirmaries are working. Oh, okay. Brilliant. Okay, that's fine. This one on the edge. Yeah, that one isn't going to work. It's outside of the steam hubs area. Okay, there we go. Everywhere's warm. Everywhere as warm as we can get it. Except for these houses. The bunk houses, they're chilly. So we're definitely going to be getting an ultimatum there to heat the homes. But we'll be able to heat them when we've got a temperature rise coming in one day, up 2 notches. So that'll certainly help. Okay, let's get back on and play the game. I'm going to be using up a lot of coal now. Let's see what our people are doing waiting out here. So, okay, a huge ship has been dismantled here. It's the Dreadnought. Only its massive keel plates remain under the ice. Railroads, tracks lead south. They've got the option of finding wood, steam cores and steel, which is going to be very welcome. So 133 wood, 1 steam core, 105 steel. We found a piece of hull plate bolted to the boulder. It's engraved with the following inscription. In the year 1886, the American expedition abroad, whatever that is, Hastius, not sure, it's the name of a ship, I think, landed here in search of a heaven from the global glaciation. May God preserve the souls of our fellow countrymen who perished on the way aboard our sister ship Prometheus. New sites discovered, research station and ice corridor. Take those resources. Now we just need to think, do we need to go back to base with the resources, or do we move on? These places are only a short distance away. Let's go to the ice corridor. Take them there. It's only 8 hours away. Our other guys are only 2 hours 50 minutes away from their location. Got 235 wood, so our automaton is working round the clock on the wood. Steel, we're using an awful lot of steel, mainly on research, I think. 15 people in the infirmary, and we started our working day, so we're on 1265. Staying around 1265, isn't it? Yeah, it's staying exactly where it is. Maybe even just dipping down a bit. No, it just seems to be staying exactly where it is, so we're on hyper mega overdrive with our generator at the moment, telling us we've got 15 hours of coal left. But we're doing it. I mean, we're collecting an awful lot of coal, and we could collect more if we could heat more of these gathering posts. And in fact, this gathering post is very cold, so we'll take the 2 people we had on there off. Just make sure. This coal thumper's come up to capacity, even though it's got 2 gathering posts next to it. It's maintaining capacity even only with 7 people as well. So that's interesting. Very interesting. And just seeing if there's anywhere we could put more people. Certainly on this hothouse. There we go. Yeah, well, we've got max people on there anyway. Maybe we should just keep that hothouse. 40 food. Are we cooking our food? Yeah, we are. We've got people there cooking our food, and in fact they're in very comfortable positions. Good for them. We just need more food, and we've got a few spare workers because we can't put them all on coal production. So, 10 freezing people. Let's just pause the game and see where they are. So you can actually click on any one of these people and select, and then it tells you where they are. So let's see where this hothouse is. Okay, too cold. So the heater is on, but it's freezing conditions. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's just not around a steam core, is it? A steam hub. Right, let's take people out of there. God, there are even children there, freezing to death. We're going to move this because it doesn't seem very useful there. Dismantle that, and we'll build another one over here. So maybe that's why our food wasn't going up much. Build another hothouse here, for sure. Takes a steam core, so it's used up our last steam core. So we need more. We've got steam cores with our people out here when they come back. We've got some people waiting. We're just about to finish our research, so we've got lots going on. Oh right, survivors. Okay. Ooh. What we'll do, I don't think we're quite ready for more survivors yet, so we're just going to send these guys back home. Make sure we click on our city and not one of these places nearby. Okay, they're going to come back, and they've got 98 food, 359 wood, and a steam core. Could definitely do something with that steam core. Our other guys are over here, going towards the ice corridor, but we'll probably bring them back before long because they've got important supplies as well. And this is our home camp, looking good. Got 1200 coal, and this is in very cold times. Still got people freezing, but we took them off the hothouse, so when we play the game they should disappear, and they have. And I think that's probably a fantastic place to leave this episode. Come back in the next episode when we're going to go up some temperatures, see what our research is, and put some more research on and explore the world. Thank you for watching.